Hello everybody, my name is Natalia Lee and I'm the author of the young adult novels Highborn, Way of Spears, and the very soon to be released Song of the Dryad. And today I am doing another Get Ready With Me. I am not in my bathroom today. I typically do my Get Ready With Me's in my bathroom in front of the mirror, but it's just not super good lighting in there. Plus, today, while I'm getting ready, I'm going to be doing the fall writing tag. I was tagged by Alexandra Roselyn, and she's also the person that created this original tag, and I'm super excited to do it. But because it is a fall-inspired tag, I wanted to try to have some fallish, spooky things around me. So today I've got my Fall Cozy Nights candle back here. I have some of my favorite crystals. We have a selenite, a crystal quartz, and a fluorite back here, and then we also have my little spooky Halloween owl, so I wanted to have those in my background. So I am going to be doing the fall writing tag while getting ready today, and I have some black on. I have these beautiful black earrings, and usually when I get ready I go for a very natural barefaced look, but today I'm gonna go for a little bit of a darker look, a little bit vampirical. Let's go for a fall vampire look today. Gonna go with some dark makeup. I don't own any lipstick, but I do have this, where I have this stuff. It's like a gold lip color. Vampires can wear that, right? So let's chat about some fall stuff while I'm getting ready for the day. All right, let's get started. Question number 1. Crunching leaves, the perfect sound, isn't it though? What do you like to listen to? What do you like listening to while writing? It'd be cool if we had some music on the background, wouldn't it? Anyway, what do I like to listen to while writing? I am very much a instrumental person. I don't like to listen to any songs that have lyrics. I listen to songs with lyrics to get inspired and to get ideas. But as far as when I'm actually writing, I will just listen to, you know, movie soundtracks, or I really like video game soundtracks. I think they're pretty epic and fun. And then also ambiance. So, you know, rain, crackling fire, crunching leaves, stuff like that. So it's relaxing to me, and it satisfies the white noise that I need so that my mind doesn't drift too much when I'm writing. So definitely anything instrumental, music scores, soundtracks, you know, crackling fire, Gryffindor common room type stuff. So I like to have sounds in the background, but not actual lyrical music playing. All right, so we're gonna start with just a bit of CC cream. I think I'm gonna grab my mirror real quick, actually. I don't have it in here. So we're gonna start with some CC cream. This is gonna be fun because I don't really do makeup very often, and I certainly don't do dark makeup very often. This is gonna be a lot of fun for me. And the reason I don't do dark makeup very often is just because it's a pain to get off of my face, you know, to have to clean up later. It's a total pain. And I have been a bit sick lately. Tifa, that's my tea. I did come down with a bit of it was like the beginnings of a head cold, but I do think I'm pretty darn healthy, so I only had it for about 2 days. So today is Thursday. I came down with it on Tuesday. I took a day off on Wednesday, so Greg helped me out with pet sitting, and he told me, you have to rest today. No book stuff, no Preptober stuff, no YouTube stuff. You need to lay in bed and rest. And it's funny because most people being told that would be like, yeah, I'll just lay in bed and watch Gilmore Girls, but for me it's really hard because I'm like a workaholic. When it comes to pet sitting, you know, I love taking a day off because I do it so much, but when it comes to YouTube and stuff, it's hard to take a day off because, yes, I work very hard at it, but it's also what I love. It's one of my most favorite things ever is, you know, being a content creator and creating stuff for you guys. So that was tough, but it felt nice. I started watching Pretty Little Liars, and I know that it's old by now. I think there's 7 seasons of it is what Netflix told me. I'm only on episode 3, I think. So let me know if you like Pretty Little Liars, if it gets good. Right now, it seems interesting, a little bit cheesy, but I think most television shows, a lot of television shows like that are, but if you can get through the initial, you know, 3 or 4 episodes, it starts getting really good. So let me know if you like Pretty Little Liars and if it gets pretty good. And because I'm getting ready today, and I don't usually do this, plus I've been sick, so I've just been like a ragamuffin laying in bed, I think Greg and I might go on a date tonight. I asked him if he would like to go on a movie date with me, and he said yes. So maybe I'll just be my vampire self at the dollar movies tonight. That would be fun. Mamma Mia 2 is there, and I really, really, really love the first Mamma Mia. It's just like such a feel-good film. I don't think Greg would like it. He really doesn't like singing in his movies. But I know he would see it if I asked him to. But we'll see what else is there and see if we can find a movie at the theater that we both want to go see. Okay, so I have that on. Whoops. Let's see what the next question is. Can I drink this yet? Question number 2, hot bubbling cider. Apple cider is so good. I actually once got to make like homemade apple cider when I lived on a farm a few years ago because we had an apple orchard and like a vintage apple press. And you would literally like stuff all the apples in and grind them and they would like, there'd be like apple juice that would come out and it was so, so good. So hot bubbling cider. What's your favorite thing to eat or drink while riding? So when it comes to drinking things while riding, my septum ring was a little bit turned. If you guys ever see me like messing with my nose in videos, it's probably because my septum ring has gotten pushed to one side or the other and I'm trying to straighten it. I do like coffee. I don't drink caffeinated coffee. I drink decaf, and that's because I never need a boost. Like, I'm a morning person. I write in the mornings. I get up, I have my coffee, and I just like the comfort and the flavor of it. So definitely coffee, or here I have some hot tea. So typically like comforting drinks. I am not much of a summer person. I am not a heat person. I don't like it. I like the cold. I like the, you know, blustery weather, the foul weather. Like, I love that, and I like being cold and cozy and drinking warm things. So typically I like to have coffee or tea. If it's a super hot day, you'll probably just see me drinking water. Those are like the 3 main things that I drink. Recently, I've really gotten into grape juice. Don't really know why. I don't drink wine. I really don't drink alcohol at all. But I have this like really cute, I should have it with me. It's a fall inspired wine glass and it has like squirrels and little foxes and acorns and leaves, and I will like pour a thing of grape juice in the morning and in my wine glass and just drink that. Like, it makes me feel luxurious or something. It's really crazy, but it's just grape juice. But I do like drinking that. And then as far as eating, pretty much anything that's not super messy. I'm obsessed with chips. I love chips. I love crunchy, salty things. So if I can have a bag of chips while I'm riding, that would be great. Unbuttered popcorn is good. I do have vegan butter, and I use vegan butter, or I'll use coconut oil if I want that on my popcorn, but I don't want to get like oily fingers. Excuse me. I'm a little bit sick still. I don't want to have oily fingers while I'm typing on my keyboard because then it gets nasty. So if I just have like, you know, regular air popped, like organic popcorn with a little bit of, maybe a little bit of lemon juice and some salt, that's really good. But honestly, I'll eat anything. Chips are my favorite though. Like, I could eat an entire aisle of chips at the grocery store. So I have my CC cover cream on. What's next? Maybe I should do my eyes next. Eyes are gonna be the funnest part. Maybe I should do like my cheeks. And recently I've been doing pink cheeks because I really like how that looks. But because we're going for a darker look today, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of contour on my cheeks rather than a really like pink dollish look. I'm gonna go for more of a vampire look with some dark in the cheeks. Let me see if I can find a brush here. Found one. There was one time when I did my makeup for a video like this, and then I looked back on the video, I looked like a clown because my makeup was so dark and I hadn't blended it, but that's just the way it goes sometimes, right? All right, let's see. You can't even see it when I'm forward. What the heck? You can only see it here. Maybe if I bring it up here a little bit, you could see it more. It'll actually make my cheeks look sharp. Does that look crazy? I don't really know. Oh, look, you can cut. Is that too much? That looks like a lot. Wipe it off a little bit, maybe. Oh, well. it's okay to have fun sometimes, right? Okay, so I have some there. And now I think you do, my sister taught me that you do like a figure 3, like a number 3. So you darken here a little bit, and then go down here, and then go down under your chin. She taught me most of what I know. It looks the same to me on this camera, but there's something there, I know, because it feels a little bit itchy. That's another reason why I don't wear makeup very often. And this brush is kind of shedding on me. I have little hairs. Okay, next. Question number 3, bonfires, the perfect night. Name your perfect writing conditions on your perfect writing night. Oh my. So for me, it would probably be a perfect writing morning. I'm definitely a morning writer. That's when I have my most energy. And I heard something very interesting the other day. So I am very interested in astrology, you know, star signs, moon signs, stuff like that. And I follow a woman she's called Bahati Life. And she's like, I don't know if you'd call her an astronomer, astrologer, but she like reads star charts and stuff. And she said that you will typically be most productive at the time of day that you were born. And I don't know if that's accurate for other people, but it's 100% accurate for me because I was born January 13th, and which is pretty cool because, you know, like Friday the 13th and stuff like that. I don't know if it was a Friday. I don't think it was, but the 13th is one of my favorite lucky numbers. But I was born around 8 a.m. I believe on the 13th. I'll have to double check with my parents, but I do think I was born around 8 a.m. on January the 13th, and morning time is 100% my best, you know, creative time. That's why I can't sleep in really in the mornings. I just jump up, you know, I'm out of bed, I still have my pajamas on, my hair is in my braids, and I'm working because that's my favorite time of day to write or to do anything creative. But my perfect like writing morning would be probably raining or snowing outside and rather dark. I don't like writing when it's super sunny outside. It just doesn't work for me. It like bothers me when it's super sunny and bright. So probably dark out, gloomy, like a snowstorm or a thunderstorm, a lot of rain, cold in the house, definitely cold, so that I could have a sweater on, you know, be drinking either hot tea or hot coffee in the morning and have maybe like a fireplace going next to me or something. So all of the very like cozy, cold winter and fall writing vibes, that would be absolutely perfect. Oh, and nothing to do and nowhere to go that day. I love, and I don't have these days very often, hardly ever, but I love having days where I wake up and I don't have a damn thing to do except exactly what I want to do. So that would be my perfect writing morning. Now we can do eyes, and that's where the vampire comes to life, right? Is in the eyes. I wish my sister was here because she could help me. And I don't have any like fun colors or anything. I just have like, when it comes to eyeshadows, I just have the basic colors, you know, pink, black, brown, and like a nude tan color. So I'm gonna do the best I can to try to create a vampire look. So let's start with just a like basic color on my lids. Well, we'll just use this one, I guess. It's rather small, but we're gonna go for it. I have an itch there. All right, we're gonna use this brown color, this dark brown. We're gonna put it all over the lid just to see what it's gonna look like. I typically I typically prefer the way I look without makeup on because I think, you know, just having no makeup on brings out the color in my eyes a bit more. But I'm gonna have fun with this today and see what I can create with the very limited palette that I own. All right, next question. Question number 4, pumpkin spiced latte. Something you used to like, but now don't. Well, I've never liked pumpkin spice lattes. I don't think I've even drank a pumpkin spice latte. I'm not about that artificial flavoring. I think that's gross. Let me turn on the fan. It's getting a little warm in here, unfortunately. When it comes to writing, that's tough. I just keep putting this on because I don't know what to do next. Something I used to like, but I don't now. Well, I guess when it comes to writing, I'm gonna go with something similar to what Brooke Passmore said. Her channel is By the Brook. I was just watching hers earlier today. She talked about how she used to like the whole idea of like girls getting themselves into troublesome situations, so that like the handsome Prince Charming could come save them, and I definitely used to like that trope as well. And I think that's because we were taught to like that. You know, we saw it in media all the time. We were taught that it was romantic when a woman was like incapacitated and couldn't take care of herself and a man had to rescue her. But I don't like that anymore. You know, I like the idea that anybody can need somebody else's help. A woman might need a man's help, or a woman could need a woman's help, or a man could need a woman's help, or a man could need a man's help. Like, it doesn't matter. You know, all of us need help sometimes, and we get ourselves into situations that calls for, you know, asking for guidance or help from somebody else. So that's okay. But not when used as like a trope to show, you know, women as like this delicate, you know, fragile thing that a man needs to come and save. So I definitely used to like that, you know, the idea of like needing to be saved and how like romantic it was, but it's not romantic. Brooke, I don't mean to like steal this one from you, but I was listening to yours this morning and that definitely resonated with me. I was like nodding my head while I was listening to you talk about that because I used to like that too. You know, I used to use that in a lot of my stories, you know, just women being a little bit, you know, less powerful and the man being more powerful. But I was also very young when I was writing those stories. And when you're young, I think I at least replicated the things that I saw on TV and in media and in books around me. And now I have learned and I know better than to do that. And I also know my own experience. And I know that I don't need a man to save me from everything. You know, certainly sometimes I need their help, but I can handle myself too. So that's something I used to like, but I now don't. And also, dark makeup. I used to love dark makeup. And it's fun now, but it certainly isn't something I like as much. We're going for a black now, and I don't know how it's gonna look. But we're gonna try it. Because vampires like black, right? Where am I gonna put it? I don't really know. Let's just try something. Am I starting to look like a vampire? Alexandra, thank you so much for this tag, by the way. Like, it is such a fun and cute tag, and I was stoked when I watched yours and I heard you mention me. I was like, yay, like, I get to do the tag, that's awesome. Because I'd seen it going around and I wasn't getting tagged, and I was like, I want to get tagged, and then I watched yours and you tagged me, so that's, like, super exciting. I was really happy about that. Do you guys watch anime? I'm curious if anybody out there watches anime, because one of my favorite animes is Vampire Knight. I love that anime. So let me know in the comments down below if you watch anime, and especially if you've ever watched Vampire Knight. And if not, what is your favorite anime? Like, what kind of anime do you like? Greg really likes the, like, Greg watches more, I don't know, I might say mature anime. Like, we watched Jormungand together, that's one of his favorites, and it was so good. Like, really, really good. But it took me, like, a couple of tries before I could connect with it and, like, understand the themes and what was going on, and I loved it after that. So Jormungand is really good if you want, like, it is a little bit more violent, you know, it is a little bit darker, but it's really, really good. It has some interesting themes to it. You know, like worldview themes. But I tend to like slice of life anime. I really, really love those, and then like magical animes too. So Vampire Knight is definitely one of my favorites. Let me know if you've watched Vampire Knight before. Okay, so I'm liking how this is coming together. I didn't really expect it to come together like this, but I am liking it. I might even, this is a might, like a big might, I might put on false lashes, because my sister showed me how, and she got me some vegan synthetic false lashes for her wedding that she put on me, and I have them here and I haven't worn them since, but a vampire look would go really well with those lashes. I don't know though. I don't like how the glue feels on my face. It's pretty gross. It took like 3 days to wash it off. Alright. Oh my god, you guys, my pet sitting just canceled. They're super cute dogs, but she just canceled. The owners got home early, so I have a day off, you guys. Question number 5. I am super high-spirited now. Halloween, my favorite holiday. it's my favorite holiday too. I freaking love Halloween. And this year, Greg and I are actually going to celebrate Samhain as well. I haven't talked about this a whole lot, so you guys might not know about it, but I am very interested in the Wiccan religion and in Wicca. I'm interested in pagan religions. I don't identify as a religion, but I have dabbled in the practice of like witchcraft, and it fascinates me. Like, you know, the usage of crystals in your practice and candles and tarot cards, like that's something that I'm very, very into. It's something that I have been learning about, and I am very, very much a little, you know, baby beginner when it comes to, you know, practicing the arts, but it's pretty cool. I follow Lee Bardugo on Instagram, and I don't know if she actually identifies as a witch, but she posts a lot of like witchy and witchcraft inspired photos. But again, I don't know if she's a practicing witch, and if you don't know much about witchcraft or what that means, you might be hearing this and think that it sounds like a joke or it sounds weird or dark, but it's really not. Like, witchcraft is a very, like, to me, it's a very light and free and natural, healthy type practice. Like, the things that I practice and that I'm learning about are all extremely high vibration, very positive. I don't know if Lee Bardugo is an actual practicing witch, but I do see a lot of witchcraft inspired photos, and like some of the hashtags that she uses are like witchcraft inspired. So I am curious about whether or not she identifies, you know, and is practicing, you know, witchcraft. All right, but the question was, your favorite part of writing a novel? Definitely editing it. Or like, I'd also say if I'm writing a novel over NaNoWriMo, that's my favorite part, because it's like you're part of a community and you feel so involved with everybody else around you, and I think that's fantastic. But just in general, editing the novel or publishing the novel and being done with it, but definitely editing. Drafting is extremely hard for me, and outlining is hard for me. Even though I swear by outlining, it is still difficult. It's not like an easy thing for me to do. So definitely editing, because that's where I already have the story, and now I can, like, I have something to work with. I'm not creating something out of nothing. So once I have something, ow, I keep biting my cheek. Like, once you bite it once, it's swollen, and I bit it like 3 times. But yeah, definitely editing. So I've talked about that a lot. Let's see, what's gonna be next? Some eyeliner? I wonder if this eyeliner is poisonous. Yeah, I can see it on there. It's fun doing something a little bit different, you know, in terms of makeup, because I always do the same thing, and that's because I like that, but it's fun to try something new as well. All right, question number 6, monsters and goblins. What terrifies you most while writing or drafting a novel? I'd say my own interest is what terrifies me most, because I don't want to lose interest, and I think that's scary. I don't know if it's scary to a lot of people, but it's certainly scary to me, because that's like the worst, one of the worst things that could happen is that you're working so hard on this novel and then you give up, you lose interest. So giving up and losing interest is the scariest thing to me. What's next? I've decided I'm probably not gonna do those fake lashes. So I'm gonna try to make these lashes pretty dark, because I want them to stand out against all of the dark eyeshadow on my lids. Okay, so that's good for a first coat. All right, question number 7, hay rides. A bumpy ride. What do you do to get over writer's block or to get inspired? So writer's block to me is just me feeling uninterested in the work I'm doing, and that typically means that I've gone a wrong direction in the novel, or sometimes that just means that I've hit that point where I'm no longer interested in it, and that happens in every book for me. Typically, you know, after I get past the exciting start and the character is exploring the new world, that's when I start to kind of lose interest for it. But the way that I get over that is just working through it. Like, even if I have no interest in the story, I will sit down or I will stand at my writing desk and I will plug away very slowly and just work on it. But as far as like trying to cultivate interest and inspiration, definitely music is a huge one. And it's strange, I really struggled with finding music that inspired scenes in Song of the Dryad. And I don't know why that is. Like, I would either go for music that was too dark and epic and didn't really apply to the like cozy vibes I was going for in Song of the Dryad. So Song of the Dryad was hard for me because I couldn't really find music to inspire what I was working on. So that was tough. But typically I definitely go to music, and it would be lyrical music if I'm looking for inspiration. And then I would make a playlist. And, you know, when I hear those songs, I will picture scenes playing out in my mind. Like when I was writing Way of Spears, everything was music for me. And I was living on a farm at the time, and I remember I would go out, it would be like the dead of winter, and I would be outside cleaning, you know, horse poop, mucking out stalls, and I'd have my big jacket on and my like mittens, and I'd have my headphones in attached to my iPod, and I would just be listening to my Way of Spears playlist, so that when I was done working for the day, you know, and I had cleaned everything and taken care of the horses, I could go inside, you know, make myself something warm to drink, eat a cookie, and then I would be inspired to write. So definitely try making a playlist and listening to that a lot, picturing the scenes in your head that you are excited to write, and that is typically what can get me interested and inspired again. Let's do another coating of my lashes. I think I might also swoop some mascara over my eyebrows. I do have naturally black eyebrows, so I am like fortunate to be able to just use like a black mascara to kind of, I use it to kind of gel them in place because they get unruly sometimes and my eyebrows like to do their own thing. So sometimes I have to use some mascara to just keep them in line, you know, keep them under control a little bit. Okay, next question. We're almost done. This is exciting. Do you think I'm starting to look vampire-ish? Question 8, haunted houses. World building. What are some tips you have on crafting the perfect world? This is tricky because there's so much to create. Like, and it depends on what you're trying to create. Are you trying to create a fantasy world? Because if you're trying to create a fantasy world, you have a hell of a lot more work to do. You know, you're going to have to come up with a system, you know, a governing system, laws, religions, seasons, like everything. But if you're creating more of like a, you know, contemporary world maybe, then for me, it's all about details. People can picture regular things, right? We live in this world, unfortunately. It'd be cool to live in a, like a medieval one, right? Or like a fantasy inspired one, but we do live in this one, so we understand this world, and it's all about the details. You know, like a bright teal front door, or the way that the third step squeaks when your character is climbing the stairs, you know, to their bedroom. Like, it's in the small details that really bring the world to life, I think. And then also it's in tone. You know, when I think of some of the best world building that I've read, a lot of it comes down to details and tone. Because let's say you want your small town to have a, you know, spooky, haunted vibe. It's going to be in those tones that you're communicating to your reader that are going to encompass the place, you know, whether that is, you know, the feel in the air or the smell or the way people walk down the street, maybe the colors that you reference a lot, you know, color is a big one. But I would definitely say, depending on what you're doing, you know, details will always be important, but if you're going for more of a fantasy world, getting back to basics, like write everything out, write down the laws, the, you know, the politics, the religion is a big one, because religion is something that I think is often overlooked when we're world building. But if you're building your own world, religion is something that is going to probably play a part in that world that you're building. So you're going to have to do a lot of work beforehand, and I would recommend doing it all before you write your first draft. Like, get your like world building Bible, fill it with all of the information you can possibly think of, and then constantly reference back to that whenever you are drafting. Let's put on this stuff. Pumpkins. It all starts with a pumpkin. Do your story ideas start with characters, plots, setting, or something else? Typically they start with a scene. You know, I will be listening to music and get an idea for a scene that I would like to write, and then a story will blossom from there. Let's see. Way of Spears stemmed from a scene I imagined while listening to a song called Come Away to the Water by Maroon 5. It's on the Hunger Games soundtrack. So I was listening to that song late one night, and I just had this idea of like these eyes staring at the character from, you know, from like this dark, mysterious forest, and that's how that started. Way of Spears came from a dream. of this group of people climbing a mountaintop in very like medieval looking like cloth clothing, and that's like where that got started. Song of the Dryad started from more of a curiosity, I would say, because, you know, I was hiking with Greg and we stopped on this little bridge and I thought this is where fairies would live. And then after that, I went and I rented some fairy books from the library and I started researching, and that's where that came from. So Song of the Dryad was different. Song of the Dryad was different in so many ways. But typically my ideas will start with a scene that comes to me while listening to music or dreaming or daydreaming, and then everything will kind of branch off from there. All right. Question number 10, ghost stories. Share a spooky writing prompt. I'm not very spooky. Let's see. Here's your writing prompts. Your characters are at a, let's say they're at a haunted corn maze, maybe. It's dark out, it's cold, it's windy, so they can hear like the wind rustling through all of the dry corn stalks. And your friends are, you know, these characters are following one another, and one turns a corner, your character falls slightly behind, and when they turn that corner, their friend or their partner or the person that they are with is gone. They have no idea where they went. Perhaps it's a dead end and they have just vanished like that into thin air. Where did they go? Did they mean to disappear? Did somebody take them? Did they step through a portal into a different world? You have to tell the story to find out. All right, everybody. So that was the fall writing tag. Thank you so much, Alexandra, for this amazing tag and for tagging me. I was super, super excited that, you know, that you said my name and that you tagged me. So I'm going to say some names. I'm not sure if you guys have already been tagged, but I'm going to tag Kate Kavanaugh. I'm going to tag Jazz Little. And I'm going to tag Abiding Kelsey Lee and Ginger Reads Laney. So the 4 of you are tagged. I'm going to link all of their channels down below if you want to learn a little bit more about them. Thank you again for this tag, Alexandra. I am so excited that I got to like sit here and talk about fall things with my little like fall spooky-ish background with my like vampire stuff going on. So I am going to go style my hair and then probably film another video, especially since my pet care got canceled for today. Honestly, those dogs are like so sweet and I love seeing them, but I have a day off now and this is amazing. So I'm gonna go do my hair and film another video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I have about finished my tea. I should have finished it before I put this stuff on my lips because now I feel like I can't really drink it. Oh well, thank you guys so much for watching today. I truly enjoyed sitting here and chatting with you for 58 minutes. This is gonna be another long one. It always is. If I didn't tag you, but you would like to do this tag, please do so and let me know in the comments down below or hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. That way I know that you've done it. Otherwise, it's very hard to find the videos that you post because I'm just not sure where they are. Preptober workbook is going to be coming out extremely soon. It might even be out by the time this video goes live, so check that out on my website, www.natalialee.com, and we will plan and plot for NaNoWriMo together. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you in my next video. Stay spooky. Bye!